Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this morning's weekly tarot reading that is a collective reading from August the 9th to the 15th. Now, before I begin the reading, I want to let you all know about the solar eclipse arriving on the 12th, and it's a Wednesday, so mark your calendars. It might be a doozy. It is in the summer, and the heat is, so exasperating. I'm tired every day, you know, from, temperatures being around 89 to 100 every day for the last month. And it's just kind of wearing on me, and I try to keep a positive attitude like I always do. But it's a little too much, and I'll be ready for it when the weather starts changing and we all get a little cooler weather to relax in. It is summer after all, but please, enough is enough. Um, I want to say that during the eclipse, and if you haven't had dreams of an ex trying to get into your dreams and convince you of something, maybe you'll get a call. It's a recognizable number, one you haven't used or seen for, like, gosh, over a decade or more. And and it's one of your exes trying to, or one of their relatives trying to contact you. I would advise not answering it, especially if it was an ex that did you dirty or didn't treat you right or with respect. So they're maybe having a bad time or a hard time, and they want your help, but nobody helped you when you were going through it. So I say just let it go. Also, you may hear something from an old job. They may call you. It is up to you, of course. This is eclipse season, so maybe they want to call you back for a job. I mean, that is good news if you liked the job or the company that you worked for. It's totally up to you. So those things may be happening this week, or maybe it's started happening the last couple of days. But anyway, I just wanted to bring all that up to you so you can be a little cautious, because what you need to do is to love yourself. You've been through hell and back, and I don't use that word lightly, because you've been through some tough times and nobody was around to help you except spirit, your guardian angels, and your own grit, and so you only have yourself to take care of these days. You can't take care of everybody else. You have to treat your body like it's a temple. Let's let go of the sweets. Excuse me. Let's let go of the sweets right now in this time, especially with the heat. It doesn't serve your body any good that way. So just be kind to yourself. Manage your time wisely this week, okay? And take your power back. And taking your power back, you are not responding to those exes that did you dirty, or try to live a double life, and he or she was trying to make you accept that as part of the deal, and you're not. You have more respect for yourself, and you're just moving forward. Okay, so our first card here, I laid these out for us prior to the reading because it's so hot. My camera is overheating a lot of the ways. And our first card, it looks like it is time for a nap. Now, here, let me get it closer to the camera. Now, that is very appropriate for this week because it is eclipse time. I wouldn't do anything out of the ordinary or stressful or life-changing right now during this week, because you don't know what the eclipse is going to bring you, and you want to be ready. So I would just kind of like stay in the background, do your daily whatevers, but don't buy any large purchases at this time, and don't buy a house or don't buy a car. It won't work out the way you wanted it to. And it's just take a nap, just relax. And if your body is giving you some aches and pains, make sure you pay attention to that, and get a massage or a heating pad or something to alleviate those pressures, like shoulder. I'm getting shoulder pains, so I'm like trying to work those out. I did lift some weights the other day, trying to get my body back into shape, and my body's going, no. But that's okay. I know my body, and I just take it slow, but I have to do it every day because working out and meditation are my therapies. I feel so much better, and because I've done, something good for my body and something good for my mind. So just take your time. I'm advising. Now let's see. Oh, look it. We got the thinker card. This is appropriate for this week. Now, the thinker is you're mulling over your decisions, you're writing things down, making some notes about your jobs and your projects that you want to finish up, and you know that this week is a not the week to kind of rush thing or push people into something or yourself into something because you want things to happen. It's a week of making sure that you got all your qualifications, that your list is, you're checking them all off, uh, and making sure that you've got everything ready. So when you do, maybe it's a software program that you're waiting, but you don't have all the money and it is a monthly fee. So you got to make sure you have enough for every month. Or maybe you want to put a down payment on a house, but I would wait until towards the end of the year for that. But it's just me. But you just want to be cautious of not letting others try to change you or change your idea of them by manipulating you or using certain words that will get under your skin so they can get a reaction out of you. Don't buy into that, okay? Don't let anybody sway you. Don't let anybody push you into something. There is, especially if you haven't seen by now, all of the marketers and all that on YouTube and everybody's advertising everything, and it's, to me, it's a little annoying, but everybody has to do their thing. But the thing is, I want you to do is wait until after the 12th. It's for you and me. It's one step at a time, making sure that we've got everything ready, everything paid for, everything on the up and up before you dive in and start doing something new. This week is a great week, though, to try something new, but make sure you've got all your P's and Q's, dotted on the line, and you've understood the contracts and what is required of you before you proceed. It's always better to reread contracts, especially during an eclipse week, over and over before you sign, okay? So just be careful, okay? It's a week of keeping it simple, Don't let anybody, like I said before, don't let anybody harass you or push you into something that you know is not good for you, especially exes or somebody trying to get you to, maybe it's buy a new car or something like that. And you want to take your time. You want to shop around and look at all sorts of different cars before you make your decision. But those salesmen or saleswomen at car places, and they're always trying to push you or you don't want that car. This is a car for you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like looking at them, giving them the roll of the eyes, going, dude, I already been through this several times. But you just want to just chill and know that this week is only 7 days. And as soon as the eclipse is over, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Now, our third card here, perfect for this week, flexible. Now, we've had this card before. If you've ever listened to any of my weekly collective readings, flexible is just taking it as it goes. Flow with the way things are happening during the week. Don't make any big decisions, but be willing to learn new things. So if you get a free class, be willing to watch it, check it out before you sign on a dotted line for the whole smear of seminars or videos or whatever. But just be flexible and say, you know what, I'm going to take my time in deciding. That's the best, degree. Or if one of your exes or somebody new wants to take you on a date, you just say, you know what, not this week. I've got so much going on. But as soon as everything calms down, I'll give you a text or a call or whatever, and we can get together for maybe a ice cream, get to that, or maybe a frappuccino because it's so hot outside, something like that. You just want to be flexible but not rude, but you have to think of yourself right now, okay? Our next card here, boy, this week is something else. Round and round is for this next card. round and round, you're mulling things over. People keep on wanting to change your mind when you know you've already got it uh, set on something. And, even if things don't go your way this week, don't worry. You can try again in a few more days. If something normally that you use during the week and people aren't there on the weekend to help if you have a problem, don't don't try to change something during the weekend. Just wait until the following week before you go, and if something happens, then you can email support services or whatever those people are that help you figure out something. But it's around and round, especially on exes. I cannot emphasize this much. And the reason I'm telling you is that my ex is trying to get a hold of me. And I keep on thinking I am not going back to him. I don't want him in my life anymore. I've outgrown him. I'm such a different person now than I was, so many years ago. But anyway, I just am not interested, and some people just don't get the hint. But anyway, I digress. You just, your soul is calling at you to assert yourself, but with gentle words, so it doesn't offend anybody, but just make sure that your point is get across, but in a nice professional way, which I always do. Because I'm not one to hurt anybody's feelings, but when I make up my mind and you're not it, and I move on. And I can't emphasize that so much, because people will try and just twist things around and oh no, it didn't happen that way, blah, 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 and I'm like, no, get over yourself. You know better than that to try to twist your words around, especially with me. And they might chuckle a little bit or a nervous laugh or something, and then but you just don't want that in your life. You're too mature. You love yourself. You've learned to love yourself. You don't need anybody else trying to persuade you that you're wrong, or you need them, or any. No, you need spirit in your life. You need someone that you can talk to, and that your angels, your guardian angels, will come around and give you hugs and bring things into your life. They will show you the right thing to do when you look up to them and they look up to you. They'll show you. They'll give you a little hint of something. Oh, look, and here it is. Those angels are calling you, and this is an angel card, blessed card. See the woman angel in there? Hopefully you can, if I bring it up there. That's an angel, and you're blessed. Now, blessed means that you're gonna, something good is gonna come your way now, because you've been there, done that this week, and you've paid attention, and you've become flexible, and you're thinking about things instead of acting on them. This is the time when Spirit is going to grant you one of your blessings, one of your ideas, one of your wishes. It could be an unexpected windfall that may fall into your lap, or somebody buying or paying for one of your things that you give on your site, like on 3-3 Lightworker. I offer readings, personal readings, and all my personal readings, they're very confidential. I don't tell anybody about somebody else. I might speak about myself, but I'm the moderator of my own YouTube channel, so I'm just speaking in general terms anyway. But the Spirit, your angels, your guardian angels, each and every one of us has one. Some people have 2 or 3, but if most people have one, and your guardian angels are trying to get you to pay attention to what they're giving and offering you towards the end of this week. Pay attention, because if you've done what I've said in the first few days, you will get a blessing, and it's unexpected, and you won't see it coming. But when it does come, you'll realize that my video was right about the angels giving you a blessing. Okay, so our final card for this week, oh gosh, see what I'm saying? Milk and honey. My goodness, that is a perfect card to end the weekend. That coincides with the blessed and the last card, the milk and honey. Milk and honey is like, the little leprechaun, the rainbow that gives you all sorts of blessings all at once. The opportunities come your way again. Abundance comes your way, and your needs are all met, all at the same time. So if you pay attention and you do what I mentioned on these cards this week, by the end of the week, you will be getting and experiencing, all of your ambitious projects are getting the go ahead. Or maybe, a couple people instead of just one buying your services, a couple people will, or you might get three members subscribing now, that or more. So just pay attention and notice when those things, I'm getting chills, I'm telling you, that's a sign. I have my angels, my guardian angels around me all the time. So when I get the chills running up my body, that is a major sign that it will happen. But when this milk and honey and the blessed cards happen to you, and you start to get your blessings, give thanks to the Spirit. Okay, give thanks to your guardian angels, because they are watching over you 24/7. And where your ambitions are, it's time to, I'm getting chills again, where your ambitions are, in the forefront, it's time to act. It's go time. You've got the money now because of whatever happens for you, and the money's coming into your checking account. Now you can buy those software programs, or now you can buy those new 2-inch black heels that you've been eyeing for a while now, but you're afraid to buy them, the shoes, where it might dip into your checking account. Those kind of things, And notice by the way your angels come to help you, really, and just give thanks. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you, 3 times, okay? They like to hear it. They like to know that you're paying attention to them. And tell them, if you could, you would give them the biggest, wonderful, loving hug that they ever have felt from a human being. Okay, with that, I will say my goodbyes. But if you like these videos, please, if you would, subscribe and like, of course. But in the description, if you want a personal reading, all that, the information is there. You can use it at your will when you're ready. And I'm grateful for any and all subscriptions and likes and comments. So with that, I will say goodbye, and may all your prayers come to fruition this week, especially with these cards. I cannot believe I was talking about one thing up here, and then all of a sudden the answers come at the end. This is a perfect week. It starts out slow, but ends with a leprechaun full of milk and honey and money and prosperity, good health, things like that. Okay, bye-bye.